Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Honda Passport Black Edition in Sonic Gray Pearl with a black and red interior. The Black Edition is the highest model you can get on the Passport, so that means blacked out and fully loaded. Below this you have the Trail Sport, and then the base model will be the EXL. Starting off with the front fascia here, full LED projector, low beams. Your high beams are incandescent. LED daytime running lights. You do have a standard bulb turn signals and LED fog lights. The grille is gloss black. You have the huge Honda emblem up front. Also has your radar for your Honda sensing. Black edition in the grille let you know you did not get a base model, you get the fully loaded model. Lower portion is also gloss black, and you have a flat black portion on the lower piece of the bumper. There's barely any chrome on this guy at all. You do have a 20-inch gloss black alloy wheels that stand on the Black Edition, and this one does have a protection package, so wheel locks, splash guards, and a cargo tray in the trunk. You do get the updated power bulge hood, updated fenders, and bumper from when the Passport got a refresh. The 26 is going to have a complete redesign, so this will be your last chance to get this body style before the Passport change. The side mirrors are gloss black on the top and bottom. LED turn signals are integrated in the side mirrors. Around the windows, it's all flat black. You have body color door handles. You do have one body line as well. A little gloss black down here too. Nice little touch down there. Standard roof rails, and they are gloss black. Coming along to the rear, you do have a shark fin style antenna up above. It is body colored. You do have a half body colored, half, this is like a flat black, I think, spoiler. And you do have exposed wiper. Third brake light is LED up above. You do get the hands-free tailgate standard on the Black Edition. The Honda emblem is in chrome, but Passport is blacked out, and Black Edition is blacked out with the all-wheel drive badge as well. That's standard. Your tail lights are a combination, so brake lights are LED, turn signals are traditional bulbs. Reverse lights is also traditional bulbs as well, with your reflectors back here on the lower portion of the bumper. You have sensors in the lower portion of the bumper, and it is flat black with some gloss black in the middle, and of course your dual exhaust tips. Not a lot of SUVs are still having these big tips in the rear anymore. Also, you have front sensors in the front bumper as well. I forgot to mention that. Your license plate light is LED. You have the camera back here. You see the lights back there as well. Here's the key for the 25 Passport. The Passport and the original, I think, are the only two models that still have the older Honda key. You have lock, you have unlock, you have remote start built in on the key fob. You have a power trunk button here. You can pop open the trunk, open and close. You have your panic button here, and there is a built-in key in the fob, and you do have memory seats on the key fobs as well. So with a smart key, you have smart entry. This button will lock all the doors, and if you put your hand in the door handle without pulling it, it'll unlock the driver door. You can also put your hand in the passenger door and unlock all four doors, or change the settings so the driver door opens all the doors as well. Let's take a look at the door card here. You have soft touch up here, soft touch there, really soft touch when you rest your elbow, red stitching because of the Black Edition, and I'm surprised you don't have auto up down for the rear windows too. It's just the fronts, but the rear you can hold. Power locks, power mirrors as well as on the door. Two position memory seats only on the driver door. Black door handle with the lock. Get some gloss black here. Get some storage here, there, and storage everywhere. And you have your buttons to pop open the trunk and the gas tank. And it's not like all the other Hondas where you push in the door. It actually still has a button to get in there. Now on the driver's seating, it is a 10-way power adjustment. So you have 2-way lumbar support, forward and back for the seat, forward and back for the whole seat. You have up and down, and you can tilt this portion up and down. On the passenger side, it is a 4-way power adjustment. So forward, back, and then the seat forward and back, and there's no up and down. All right, let's jump in here because it is raining. You guys probably see, and it is cold. Foot on brakes, push the button. My fingers are frozen. I hope you like black interior because this is the only interior option available on the Black Edition. So it is black seating with like a dark red in the middle. I know you guys can see in this lighting. You also have the red stitching as well. Black Edition is embroidered in the back of the seat. And you can see more of that red stitching in the head. The perforated part of the seat, you can see it's like a dark red. And this is the only interior color option you have on the Black Edition. If you get a Trail Sport, it's kind of the same thing, but it's black and orange only, and that's it. The EXL is the only option where you can get black, gray, or brown interior. Starting off on the steering wheel here, it is leather wrap, perforated on the outside grips. So that's like the 9-3 grips. $6.79. Take a look at the taking a look at the steering wheel. It is leather wrapped and it is perforated on, look at the 9-3 grips. Feels good to the hand, not too thick but not too small either. You do have some piano black in the middle. On the left side you will have your volume controls, next tracks, previous. Up and down will control the, I think there's a 5-inch display that you have up ahead, driver screen, and you can hit enter to go through the menus. You have a back key, home key for your phone controls, answer, hang up, and you have voice command as well. On the right side, you're going to have some of your cruise control features and some of your safety features as well. So you do have your resume, cancel set, main will turn on cruise, on and off. You have your adaptive cruise control here, so you can adjust the distances for this guy, and you have lane keep and assist on and off here. And then you do get a heated steering wheel standard on the black edition. Actually, for a day like this where it's rainy and 40 degrees, the heated steering wheel definitely will come in handy. Now, on the left stalk over here, you do have your lighting switch here. So you have off, auto, low, and high. Not low, parking, and just normal. I don't know why I said low and high. I'm thinking of the wipers. But you do have auto high beams as well, and you have fog lights on and off. Honda has been getting rid of fog lights on most of their models, so it's nice to still have a vehicle with fog lights. But on the right stock over here, you do have some of your wiper controls. So you have off, auto, low, and high. Auto will be rain sensing windshield wiper. That is a feature that's standard on the black edition. And on the rear, you have off, intermediate, and on. You see it wipe away there. I don't know what makes it wipe, if there's a sensor back there, but it was wiping when I had it on, which is a cool feature. You do have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. You have a plus and minus. Now, the Passport still has a 9-speed automatic transmission. It don't have the updated 10-speed that's in the Pilot, but I'm sure for the redesign, it'll get that eventually. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have an air vent here. You can open and close, some gloss black there. And then you have your window, your side mirror controls here. You do have power folding side mirrors, which is nice, but they don't lock automatically when you lock your vehicle like the Pilot. You have to push this button each time to open and close it. You do have an Econ Assist here, and then you have some buttons down here, which is the P's for your parking sensors on and off. This guy right here, right below it, will warm up the bottom of your windshield to unfreeze your wipers. So if it's really cold outside, your wipers are freezing, this will come in handy. This is your collision mitigation system, so your automatic braking. It's always on, you gotta turn it off. And then you have road departure mitigation on and off as well, and traction control on and off, blank button here. To pop the hood, there is a lever right down here. You do have an old school emergency brake. Gas and brake are normal pedals as well. And for your steering wheel, it is adjustable. So it's manual though. So you pull that guy down and you can either go down, up, or in and out. So plenty of adjustments you can make for your steering, of course. Now for the screen down, yeah, like I said, I believe this is a 5-inch display. Now, Honda's been upgrading their displays to either a 7-inch or a whole 10-inch. The Passport still got the older display. I think the Ridgeline just got updated to the newer 7-inch, but the Passport, I guess since it's a huge redesign, Honda for 25 was like, you know what, we're going to keep it the same. 26 is going to be out pretty soon anyways. So you hit the home button here, and then you can see you have different options there. I'm going to zoom in there for you guys. So you have a trip computer, you have your all-wheel drive torque, you have your phone controls, navigation is a compass if there's no destination in there. You have now playing, so what music you're listening to, maintenance. So here you can see oil life or tire pressure. And with the tire pressure, it would be each individual wheel, which is nice. You have seat belts, we got the seat belts on. And then when you hit home, it goes all the way back. Well, I guess I'm hitting the home. I should be hitting the back key. But you have settings. So here you can either arrange the apps how you want them, which is cool, or you can remove your tachometer if you don't want your tachometer up there. But if I hit the back key, there we go, goes right back to the regular menu. And then where I last had it, you can switch your miles per hour to kilometers with this guy here. So if you leave the country, go to Mexico or Canada, and you can have blank where it views nothing. So plenty of different options you can have on there. I guess I'm just leaving on blank for right now. But you do have a digital speedometer, and your tachometer is digital. And one thing that the Passport has that the older Hondas used to have is eco coaching bar right here. So some of the newer cars have it, but it's just not as in your face as this guy. Now it's more low key on, like, I think the Civic still has it, but it's like low key in the background. Right now that light is white because the passport is on and running and we're not saving gas. The darker the green, the more gas you're saving. So it's a cool feature there. You do have analog temperature gauge and a gas gauge, which are nice. But if you don't like the smaller 5-inch, wait for the 2026. Now, coming along to your touchscreen display to the right, this is another thing that the Ridgeline just got the 9-inch display, but the Passport still has the 8-inch display from 24. So this hasn't been updated, and this will give you a built-in navigation system. You do have phone control, settings, FM, Bluetooth. You have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but it's not wireless because this is the older HondaLink system. This is not the newer HondaLink with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. No Google built in either. And you have a trip computer here. Going to the second page, you do have the built-in SMS that no one uses. You have Sirius XM, USB port, social playlist, which is a cool feature. You can pair, I think, up to 7 smartphones to the Passport, and everyone can put in what song they want to play next. Really cool feature. You have AM tucked away back here. System updates. AT&T Hotspot is standard on the Black Edition. I don't think that's on the Trail Sport. I think that's standard on this guy. On the third screen, you have HondaLink and you have a clock. Now, you do get the newer, not the newer HondaLink, but you do get remote with HondaLink where you can lock your passport, unlock your passport from your phone, and use the remote to start from your phone as well. You don't have to use the key fob. And with a clock, you can just view a clock. You don't have to have all the apps showing. And there are many different options you can use. So you have multiple different kind of like analog options and then multiple different digital options you can use for the clock as well. But it's easy to use. Shortcuts will be up top. And you do have home, back, and your brightness on the left side. The only physical button you have is your volume knob / power knob, but easy to use. Hazards will be located right down below. You have your climate control, which is very easy to use. All physical buttons. So you do get a tri-zone in the Passport. So driver, passenger, and who sits in the rear can have 3 different zones. For example, if you turn sync off, passenger could, they could freeze if they want to. They could be cold. And if you go to RR settings, you can adjust the rear passenger to 1 degrees, and then you can see it's split between the 3 zones. Let's turn sync back on. Control, actually, just kind of get this to like 80 degrees. There we go. You have sync button there that I use to control all 3 zones, different modes, fan speeds, AC on and off, which I got that off right now, and air circulation. So if you turn this on, it will recirculate the air that's already in here. Turn it off, it will take air from outside. You do have on and off for the whole system. You have auto climate control, so you set to 80, it'll automatically keep it 80 degrees in here. RR settings, how you control it. And R lock, rear lock will lock the buttons in the second row. That way, if you have little ones, they can't mess with the buttons back there. For the climate control, you do have front defrost, heated back glass, and side mirrors. Now, one thing that's unique to the Black Edition over the Trail Sport and the EXL is ventilated front seats. So you have 3 different levels for ventilated front seats, and then 3 different levels for heated. So you get both driver and passenger. On the Trail Sport, it's only heated. On the EXL, it's only heated as well. A little storage cubby. You're not putting a phone in there, so I don't know what you put in there. Maybe some receipts or something in there. Down below, you do have a USB-A and USB-C, which is finally new on Passports because previously you only could get USB-A in the Passport. But to use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you have to use a USB-A. The C is just for charging. You do have a power outlet in there as well. And you do get a wireless phone mat. And for 24, Honda redesigned the center console in the Passport. So now this is like much bigger. Previously, you only can fit 1 smartphone and that's it. The pad was just big enough for 1 phone and that was it. Now you can have a pad and another device right next to it. Now this middle portion right here does have piano black, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's not too much. A little taste of piano black around there and some here. You do have a push button shifter, so you hold the brakes. You have park, reverse, neutral, drive, hit drive again. It'll put the transmission into an S mode, and I'm put into reverse, so you can see the backup camera. So no 360 backup camera. You do have Honda's multi-link wide angle option. You have a normal view, and you have a top-down view, and you have cross traffic on and off. Cross traffic will alert you if there's a car coming from this way or that way. Sometimes it will detect people, and you can actually make it smaller to have the radar showing how close you are to something with your parking sensors as well. It'll still beep at you when you're in this mode. Put this guy back into park. Easy to use, just push a button instead of shifting. Because all-wheel drive is standard on the Passport, you do have different modes you can put the Passport in. So you push this guy, you're gonna have normal, snow, mud, and sand. And based on whichever one you choose, the transmission will use a different type of computing to drive in that. For example, in snow mode, if you push your foot on the gas, the wheels won't just spin out. It'll spin just the amount it needs to get you unstuck if you're in snow. You have the cup holders here, and because this is a black edition, you do get red ambient lighting all throughout the cabinet. So it's in the cup holders, it's in the footwells, it's in the door pocket. The Trail Sport will get orange, and then the EXL will get no ambient lighting at all. Because you get the updated center console, you have a wider armrest now, and you don't have the little armrest that was on the chairs. So the front seats are not like captain's chairs anymore, but you do get this big, and it's soft touch. It's not that soft, but soft touch. It's red stitched, and you can see it's a big space in there. Actually, it's much bigger than the previous armrest that was on the Passports, but there's no connections in there at all. Just like a coin tray and a little mat down below. Now for your glove box, it is lockable, and it is damp. It will open slowly. It's not lined with felt, but it is a bin style. It's a decent size as well. Coming along to your rear view mirror, you do have auto dimming rear view mirror, and you have HondaLink built in. This is a cool feature because most of the new Hondas got rid of HondaLink. You either have to add it as an accessory, or Honda wants you to use your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto to use your MyQ to open and close your garage. But the Passport, because it hasn't been refreshed yet, you still have your HondaLink built in, which is nice. And up above that, you do have not LED lighting, but you have lighting, which is cool. You have your moonroof control here. I'm gonna open it, but it's a one-touch moonroof. It can open all the way, or it can ventilate, which is nice. You have your door lightings here, and then you do have your concierge. If you sign up for that, guys, part of HondaLink, and you can flip this guy open and contact emergencies pretty much if anything's going on. You do have a sunglass holder that goes in there, slash Hutura Cheeto mirror. That's what I call it, but I think Honda called it a conversation screen or a conversation glass. But pretty much it's so you don't have to turn your head while you're driving and scream at the kids, pretty much. Your headliner is black, by the way. And let's take a look at the first visor. So on the driver, it's not LED, but at least they give you a glass with light. On the passenger side, it should be the same glass with light, but it's not LED. Let's jump out of here and take a look at the second row. See what you're. Before we jump into the second row, blind spot monitoring is standard. It's just on the inside instead of it being on the actual side mirror itself. Same thing on the passenger side. So this is how wide the rear doors will open. Not bad. On the rear door, you got hard touch there, soft touch there, and soft touch there. It's not as soft as the front. You do have red stitching, black edition life. You do get, we got two cup holders, some additional storage down here, some more storage here, black door handle back here, and a built-in peasant blocker as well, which is nice. And the rear seats, just like the fronts, they're perforated in the middle in red, and then you have the red stitching all around it as well. They don't say black edition on there, which I'm not surprised, but at least it gets you the same pattern like he does in the front. So let's actually jump back here, close the door up. Now, behind the driver's seat, this seat is all the way back, and you still have plenty of room. I'm about 5'10", and you do have a mat pocket behind the driver, little smartphone pocket as well. Same thing on the passenger side. You do have a mat pocket, and you have a smartphone pocket. One thing the Trail Sport and the EXL won't have are controls back here for the rear climate controls. So you have air vents back here, and you can control the settings back here to kind of how you want it. That's why there's a lock button up front where the kiddos can't mess with the buttons back here. Also, only on the black edition, you have 3-level heated seats back here, and it's only for the outboard seats. So the middle seat, if you sit here, you're just gonna freeze. But at least you have heated seats for the second row, and then you have different controls. You can set up different modes, fan speeds, all that good stuff back here, which is really nice, even auto. And you do get 2 USB-C ports back here, and you do get an actual AC outlet as well. I believe that's unique to the black edition. I'll double check when we look at the brochure. The rear seats back here can move forward and back, so you pull the bar, and you can move those forward and back. You do get an armrest, and it is soft touch with cup holders, which is nice. And then you do have your tethers there for your car seats, or your booster seat is one, and this middle seat here. And you don't really got to look for them. They're actually like right there. So it's not like the Civics where you got to pull a flap. I like how the Pilot just have them exposed in the CRVs, but you don't have to dig in there too deep to find those anchors. But all right, back towards the rear. You do have the hands-free tailgate where you kick underneath. It'll flash at you and open. You can also kick to close the tailgate as well. One reason why you probably get a Passport over the CRV, just look how much space that you have in this guy comparing to the CRV. And this is with the second row up. You have plenty of space back here, cargo space. The Black Edition does get its own unique carpet mats. The Trail Sport get rubber mats. The EXL get carpet mats, but it's not embroidered like the Black Edition. You have these buttons back here. We can use to fold the seats down. Easy. I mean, you have to manually pick them back up though, but even with the seats down, what space you have back here. This is why, like I said, you want to grab a Passport. You have additional storage underneath here, and pretty deep. Also, you have a 2-tier system, so more storage there, subwoofer, your spare tire is back here as well. And because, like I said, this one has a protection package, it has the foldable cargo tray, more storage on the sides. You see you have tie downs here as well. And then there's a power outlet back here. And if you want to get a cargo tray, you can kind of put that guy in there and pull it back and have it hook into there as well. The rear lights, regular bulbs, not LED. A nice place to be. One thing about the Passport though is just the load floor is kind of high, so you can actually kind of see it a little bit. All right, so we made it to the 2025 Honda Passport. One thing I can say about the Passport is this is like one of the easiest Hondas to buy because there's only 3 of them. It's like the HRV. There's only 3 models. The Pilot got like what, 5 or 6 models. Passport got 3. So you get the base model EXL, you get the rugged Trail Sport, and fully loaded Black Edition. So the Black Edition is an upgrade from the EXL. It's not an upgrade from the Trail Sport. So the way how it works is you have EXL, and then you either go Trail Sport this way or you go Black Edition this way, and that costs more features. They're not, because the Trail Sport has some features that the Black Edition has. So that's why it's not a direct upgrade, if that makes sense. So from the EXL, the Black Edition is going to give you 20-inch gloss black alloy wheels, gloss black exterior accents, perforated leather trim seats with red stitching, and Black Edition front seat logos. Pretty much the Black Edition has everything blacked out. I mean, easy, pretty simple. Heated and ventilated front seats, so this is something you can't get on the EXL or the Trail Sport. You get heated rear seats, you can't get them, either of them either. Floor mats with Black Edition logos, unique for this guy. The sound system, I think, is unique to the Black Edition. So the 540-watt premium audio system with 10 speakers, including subwoofer. I think that's only on the Black Edition because on the Trail Sport, is a 7-speaker sound system. That's 250. On the Trail Sport is a 7-speaker system with 250. Huge difference in wattage. And then the EXL, does it have less speakers as well, or is it the same thing as the Oh yeah, look at that. This is on the EXL. So I think the Trail Sport has the same system as the EXL, which makes sense. That's usually the case. Wi-Fi hotspot built in. You have HondaLink subscription. So this is important because you have remote in the Black Edition. So you're able to download HondaLink to your phone, remote start your Passport from your phone, no matter where you are. You don't have to have a certain distance like the key fob. You can lock your Passport from your phone. There's so many things you can do from your phone with the HondaLink. So it is a free, I think it's free for like a few months, and then you have to pay yearly for it. Comes in handy. Tri-zone automatic climate control system. So this is just showing that you have the controls in the back, because I think the EXL and Trail Sport, there's no controls in the back. You have to control it from up front, but Black Edition allow you to control it from the rear. And it has air filtration, second row. Okay, yeah, second row controls. Rain sensing windshield wipers with heated wiper zone. You have the courtesy front row door lights. I couldn't show you guys that because I was in the daytime. But auto dimming, power folding, heated gloss black, power side mirrors with integrated LED turn indicators, memory, reverse gear, tilt down. That's, I feel like I just read a paragraph just now. But you guys get the idea. You do get acoustic windshield and front door glass. So the interior is a little bit more quieter versus the Trail Sport and the EXL because of the thicker glass up front. You get the hands-free tailgate, red ambient LED lighting, heated leather wrap steering wheel with red stitching, front seat back pockets including device pockets, built-in navigation system, 115-volt power outlet in the second row, and then you get integrated second row sunshades, LED fog lights, gloss black roof rails, and a compass. So it's a huge jump from EXL going to the Black Edition. Remember, Trail Sport have some of these features, but things like ventilated front seats and heated back seats, that's dedicated for the Black Edition. So let's jump in and build one up. Like I said, it's easy to build one because there's only 3 of them. And a lot of people thought that 25 was going to be the refresh. Honda hasn't officially released the 26 Passport, but they have kind of showed what it looks like, and they showed it's a redesign. And there's some YouTubers out there that actually test drove it and kind of, give you an idea. But let's take a look at the black edition. Look at some of the color options you have, well, not really interior options, but at least the exterior options. But I do want to show you guys the motor because the powertrain is the same within all of the lineup. So you have a 3.5 liter V6, and this is not the redesigned V6 that's in the Pilot. This is the previous Pilot V6. You also don't get a 10-speed automatic that's in the Pilot now. You get the previous Pilot 9-speed automatic transmission. The PG is going to be 19 city, 24 highway, 21 combined, which is not bad for a vehicle this size and the V6. I know a lot of other manufacturers have a hybrid version, but I'm sure Honda's going to bring out the hybrid pretty soon. Honda takes a while when it comes to their refreshes and hybrids, so it is what it is. But let's jump in, look at some exterior colors. The black edition make it simple for you. You got 4. You got 1 color that's not a premium charge, which is crystal black pearl. And then you got platinum white pearl, which is a premium charge. Radiant red metallic 2, which I love how this looks in radiant red. And sonic gray pearl, which is the new in color. I can see urban gray replacing this maybe for 2006. We gotta see. Really though, if you prefer this body style, 25 is what you're gonna get because it's gonna be completely different. And if you prefer just this interior, this exterior, if you don't want the tablet style and stuff like that, because Honda, you guys seen Honda's new design cues. A lot of people complain that they don't like the tablet. They like the screen built in. You're gonna have to get a 25. And like I said, the interior color is the same. Between all of them, is look at your wheel options. So you have 3 options. So you have the standard wheels. You can add 18 HPD wheels, which I personally, this is something I would do because I love the 18s on the Trail Sport. You get more tire wall. You're less likely to pop it, and I think the ride should be more smoother because you don't get the thinner tire walls with the 20s. But you can also get the HPD 20s too if you still want to keep the 20s. But I'll probably go with the 18s. So pretty decent. Let's look at some packaging here. So you have the function package, which come with cargo cover, rear bumper applique, door sill protection film, all-season floor mats. You have an HPD package, which is interesting because on the sedan, like on the cars, there's no more HPD package. You have to package it separately. I don't like this taillight cover thing right here. I think this is made to protect the taillights when you off-roading, but not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it at all. So pretty much front grille, fender flares. I love the HPD grille. The HPD grille is fire. You probably see it right here. On this portion over here. That's a fire grille. Like I like how that looks on the Ridgeline, the Pilots, the Passport. And then, so that was the HPD Plus package actually. So this is the regular HPD package. So this one pretty much don't have the fender flares, looks like. But you still have the little tail light thing in the back that I can see. And then you have the utility package. So this guy will give you crossbars, trail hitch, and the hands-free tailgate adapter as well, which I think that will probably be a very popular package to choose from. And also, these are PPO packages. Yeah, so these are PPO packages. And for some reason, on some of the cars that have PPO packages, like the Pilot, it doesn't show on the website, but it shows here on the Passport, so pretty interesting. But this is something you can add at your dealership, from your dealership. So these are all season protection package 1 and a protection film package. So let's jump right into accessories. Let me see, electrical is probably going to be engine block heater. Usually is, boom. And then let's get into the interior. So you have all-season floor mats. You have a cargo bin for the under storage under the little floor in the back, which is nice. That's cool. 2 little bins kind of separate everything. You can add a cargo cover if you want, cargo net. They have a whole guitar in the cargo net. I just realized that. But that kind of give you an idea what the cargo net does. It keeps things in place. That way they're not rolling around in your trunk. Cargo organizer. If you have pets, you probably want this side panel protector. So the little claws, not scratching up your plastic in there. Cargo tray, door sill protection, first aid kit. Door sill illuminated rear seat covers, seat back protector. So you get some goodies. Look like you get way more exterior features though over the interior. So of course, your bike mounts, your body side molding, crossbars, and black edition come with roof rails, which is nice. You can black out the emblem if you wanted to. Door visors, Black edition is in black, I'm assuming, right? Is it chrome? I'm recording this part like a few days after recording the car itself, so I can't remember if it was black or chrome on. I guess I could look back when I'm editing and double check. But yeah, you can pretty much black out the emblem though. So far, is what I see. And then yeah, fender flares you can add, the front grille, the HPD front grille. Let's see, lower door trim. I love the mud flaps. This is a cool accessory that Honda did add to their lineup. Besides splash guards, the mud flaps is cool. Oil pan guard you can add, so skid plate underneath. Running boards, splash guard sets. Let me see, tailgate welcome lights. So a lot of lighting and like you know, a tent and things like that nature. Let's look at the pricing for a black edition. So base price is $48,470, and for Sonic Gray Pearl it is a $455 up charge, and you're looking at $1395 for destination handling, $50,320 for a fully loaded Passport. Remember, the Passport is competing against like the 4Runner, Grand Cherokee, kind of, I think the Tucson as well too. So those like bigger 5 passengers before you get into a third row. But I think the Passport is a good option, especially if you just want a V6. You know, you just want a regular powertrain. You want no hybrids or turbo 4 cylinders. Kind of what everyone's going to right now. But yeah, you still want a V6, and I think the 26 is still a V6 anyways too. So you won't get the hybrid gas mileage, but at least you get the normal powertrain. You know, so a lot of people are worried about having turbo 4s and these big SUVs and so on and so on. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. Tell me what you guys think about the black edition. You know, do you like it? You know, you think about buying one? Do you bought one? Do you just got a different trim level? You don't need the black edition. Let's talk about it. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next walk around.